it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the anchor, resolution is the sun. If it's silent in dismay, it won't break this feeling down. If I conquer this my way, I'd devour, I'd surround. If it hurts you just a little, then it heals you when it's done. Disappointment is the
They're
anger,
here.
resolution is the sun.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Oh. We don't want that on. We do want that on. Speaking of, did I already get what I needed? Nope, my Coke didn't sell yet. The amount of gills she's carrying did. Okay, that's fine. Well, let's start the story. Do 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 do.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Alright.
What of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly.
Okay.
And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
To war.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lys. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lys's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am! You know I'd like nothing more!
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
As if you...
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there. I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well. I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Interesting. So we're going to Alamigo. That'll be cool. Wonder what it looks like. Well.
Ready, my friend?
Onto the breach, Elfino. Onto the breach.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's
Hey, boo!
as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kosetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
That is a big dude.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
This should be intriguing. A 1,000 moms. Both our endeavors meet with success, shall we then? Hey, mystery! Oh! Bugger! I forgot something. I'm good. Especially now that I got, like, the rant out of my system. Me? What? No. Alright then, if you insist. an outfit to the needs. I have to stop. Interesting. Wait, what's this? Move this over here. Minimize. Let's go see that wall. Fly, mighty pigeon! Oop. No, stay where you are, little buddy. All our president accounted for. When you're ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed. Signs of the seventh dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yes. So this is the new area, Garabanya, the fringes. Okay. Ooh. It's one of the old school maps. That's kind of cool that they did that. That's neat.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other.
I wonder if this... Nope.
And the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
I wonder if this is a, thing into the Great Wall. The wall in Germany. Back then. If they, like, used that for any inspiration. Because it was freedom on the one side and tyranny on the other. For that. I don't know. It's just, that type of stuff always fascinates me to see where game developers get their ideas. Where are you? Okay, hang on. It should be in my key items, but it's not. Hang on here. There it is. Wait, no, it's not. I'm trying to figure out where the compass is. Compass. You would think it would be somewhere around here. Maybe it's in collection. There it is. Okay, let's go talk to General Raubon. Greetings, Scions, on behalf of the Orisons. Thank you, General. We are English! We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None, save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols. We've had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Belsar's wall weren't enough, Ilberd summoned a primal right on their doorstep. And yet, Garmold's not likely to let shows of defiance go unanswered. 'Twas a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilberd's to make, and now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Ha! Of all the Castra in the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? A certain missing Allagan weapon and the Draconic Primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which it has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to the earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engage the stasis system. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming we should hurry up and find it regardless. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance if we want to press on to Garabanya. We'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. $1,000 EXP. If I counted my zeros right. Oh, 200,000 EXP. That's a little more than I counted. Is there anything here? Well, there's Aetheryte. Let's grab that. Southwest, huh? Oh, southeast. Okay, my bad. I just can't read, apparently. So it's this way? Are you sure? Why would it be in a cave? Wait, I'm dumb. I'm going west, not east. The worst part is I have a compass right in front of me, so you would think that somewhere in my meat brain, I would be like, okay, I know directions. Good. From here, we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we don't have to swim. No, but mind the giant fucking trees everywhere. Just keep going east. Nervous? Soldiers, good, let's cross. Tower to the south. It's part of Castrum Vildinia. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolute moms away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Boop, boopity, boop, boop, boop. Oh, and there's that thing we're looking for. We'll probably get 67 just by doing story stuff. Let me up! South. When we go that way, we'll go that way. Alright, there they are. More dialogue for me to read? We're here. On the other side of this pass is Ralgar's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this? Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Y'shtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or perhaps an artificer trained in the modification of Glamour Prison. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they could be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralga's Reach, a holy place, and a fitting home for the resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Alright. Interesting. Like you'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Boom! Level up. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Now, I know that you have not come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Well, first and foremost, let me get everything, like, linked up with everybody. Is that a sitar? A sitar they're using? I can't tell. I'm not the most musically inclined. I don't really need to do all the quests. How's my gear? It's okay. Not great, not bad. That should give me everything. Interesting design on the tents and everything. It kind of has a gypsy feel. Alright. Talk your ears off.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralga's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. It was the least we could do.
I wanted to... I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
That's stupid. I mean... It's better gear. Ourselves with... with a surfeit of free time. You are free to look about Rogger's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our nose wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside and out. I can show you around if you like, Raven. Sure. Let's get started. Quit out of Skyrim just to say bless you, Raven. Thank you, Mystery. The nose is not what it used to be. I swear that's a sitar. Yeah, I'm a bit. I shoveled like 3 or 4... I shoveled some driveways yesterday out in the cold, and it caught up with me a bit. It's funny. The Breaker of Worlds, who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Yida used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And Io, a burning star, appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Girabania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches, fast. Hell's open, heavens weep, for no soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. The last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Rhalgar. Yeti explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through to the end. Sorry, that was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. My swimming skills are great. I do the doggy paddle. This is the infirmary. As you could probably tell, here's where the resistant tears patch the wounded and tend to the sick. Ugh. When you see one aetherite, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades to when the Fist of Rhalgar was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Solters are next, but don't forget to attune to the Aerofite. Interesting. Whew. Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks got it. The Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. Short anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alize are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Whew! Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants? They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal and are ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch Y'shtola and Kryl. I don't wear hats. It messes with my dew. Alright, let's hear it, my man.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree. But it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monargo and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
Yeah, I already know that. I remember you, Mefred. Risker believed that we'd meet again here of all places, though I reckon. Of course I remember you. Given everything you went through on your... forgetting about your time in Quarry Mill, suffices to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. I went to Little Amigo while Galleon was recovering. Gondebold was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Amigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Garabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, preparing people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east, into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Algahana. If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right, you're from Algahana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Okay. I'd like to thank you and the Scions for patching me up. After I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without a word. It's all well and good, me claiming my duties, but a parting thank you was at the very least deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now to business. Aaron comes to trust me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. Very well, I shall join you on this. Commands the forces, and it should be simple enough to see it to his hand. That's what I wanted to hear. Alright. We'll start with Mifrid and head to the peaks. Take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad. Tell Hannah, clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There's more villagers there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
The landscape's interesting. Oh, we've a glamour in place here too, so as you may have noticed, so far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of their race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Sure. Southeast. Which is the way I'm going, so it all works out. Let's see. Southeast still. Speed of the movement's going to be low because I'm still... Oh, let's talk to him. Near an Imperial site, that's a mercy. Al Gahana's due east, past the bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Straight south. That's a big frickin' moth. Or... is it a moth? I feel rather uncertain. Oh. I see, it's up there. The type of tune that gets stuck in your head after a while. Byron's Barnyard. I see you, Byron. Well, we're making good progress. Oh, there is one here. Good. Wow, that crystallite is a little cracked. So this is where she's from, huh? Must be up here. There it is. I see you! Alright, let's go. Oh, that's that message. You've been right, Steezy. We made it. This is Algahana. Feels strange coming home like this. I always imagine it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do, but as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Algahana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. But then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the resistance, and rightfully so. So with that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in a village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and then decide what to do after. Plan. Let's hope that there's still some men and women here willing to... Ragnarfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time at present. Let's have a word. Please be voice acted. Don't know you, traveler. You a merchant? You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. And sincere apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagahana. Is it Gahana or is it Ganha? And I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are the a Mephrid, I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many of my men and left many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. Why, what few remain. The Griffith was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time. Hold comfort to the dead and the ones that lay left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our gods, and they demand a fifth of what little we got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Meffred. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go now. Now leave us and never return. Speak like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every single right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too. My home. What in the hells are you on about? I know those eyes. Alright. We'll wait now. While you're training. Dagger have been helping me train day after day. I think I've earned the right to know why. Guy in swordsmanship. This is to prepare for the worst. You who can blow up the entire arena with it. Might be incompetent, but he's not stupid. You have all... Oh, I'm reading my manga aloud. Welcome back. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hex, and I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. Last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. Thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave El Gahan, as it is much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. I could handle better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we were to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they got, and if there's anything we can do to help. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. It's a nice chunk. You'd best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg isn't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pains. Mornings are the worst, especially after a cold night. Hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's tea what helps with it, though. I need to grind it. Hey, you'll go. Sure I do. Bollocks, there's not more On the other hand, if you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me. You really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer. My little brother's work in the rocks. Can you go get it? Alright. We got some stuff to do. Alright, so... Hang on. Where is it? That's one. Well, we got more to do and more work to attempt. Ho 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 ho. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, now we go this way. Bum 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 bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, dum, dum. Mm-hmm. Do, do, do. No. It's on the sacks over yonder. Alright, I did everything they asked. Huh, well, I'll be. Much obliged, much obliged. For making fire sand, in case you're curious about what it's all. The rocks by the lakes got good deposits. Tain't hard for my brother to pass by for any other plodding quarrymen, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the what trade with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Guardian's eye for putting our father in an Imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even. Though if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance, so this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folks here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result's the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know, is all. That we know why you're here, and that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Interesting. That's rough. You've gone a while. What brings you back? I never meant to. I mean, times like these, you never think people will actually. The country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one thing. One lesson. You know, whereas a live one... You're with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, and so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. And then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that I'd made a difference if I fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment that Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others, and by the time I limped to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me, too, and many of the others, I imagine. Help them, too, if you would like. They'll be grateful and say thank you. Beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Wow, I'll be. There you are, Reuven. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with the food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lise getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her. No, I didn't mean to... And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? on the other side of his bastard wall living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends? Deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go storm the crash room with our pickaxes and shovels? All of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through here. You weren't there, Lise. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefred. Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle they do either, Lise. I ran too, But if I hadn't, I'd never have met Raven or the rest of you. And we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choice, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Someone, we need help. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Wercha, he, Pant, and the bloody Ratman, they... Take a deep breath and then tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The tribesmen and taking it to the Imperials when the Quirium attacked. They took my brother and our money. Where? Ruins to the south here. It was just an old temple before they came. And listen, the only family got left. If the Ratman took there, he's good as dead. We've got to go after them, even if there's a chance we have to try. Well, I guess I'll be serving rat soup tonight. So Wakara's being held somewhere at the Ziggurat Rat to the south, which Quirium bandits. That about covers it then. Like I said, rat soup. Tonight I dine on rat soup. Oh, I know where he's at. He's up high. Top of... We knew it. Kill them quickly. What's that? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Bada bump. Okay. I'm going to destroy all of you. What did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I've hardly... much less a meal. You found him. Are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright. Oh, Ralgar be praised. She's safe. Fought your way here... in here just for me to think there's still good... We should go before the Quern return. Do you still have the tribute? Where I am. I have to go. And you don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, to me and my sister. I don't blame her. Glad we saved him. But seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. The Black Wolf. You heard what he said. I know. I do. And I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. Some of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. And I went skydiving. I believe this is the way he went. Because I see a chocobo feather. You... Any luck? Aye, by my reckoning it came from where Krata's bird. There's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks, stick to the shadows. We'll find out soon enough. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend and get to cover quickly.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
Welcome to life, kid.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old day.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Complicated situation. Aye. I'd heard there was keen eyes, but God, that was a near thing. Tears me up inside to see how our kinsmen are doing the bidding of the Viceroy, But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Well, isn't that just nice of you? Well, I have the Tribune. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather wait to see if the skulls return. And tell Renford his men got the job done. Alamigo's not in any condition to do a rebellion. Like, I wonder how long the rebellion's been going, if you think about it. We owe you a lot of gratitude for what you did. Ricardo told me everything, how you fought with the Quickraran and saved his life. For all the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the Skulls, how they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Mefred's a warrior, as is your comrade, and you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Ralgar you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Ricardo and his sister would have been branded insurgents, and if not, the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only God knows how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you as long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth and learn to live with pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heaven as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow it to the same end. That's why I'm here. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. If I could fly, this would be a lot easier. It's not like we just show up and everything goes well, kid. Sorry about running off like that. Ella Megan's terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Ricardo to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Elise. I've been looking all over for you. No, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. 'Twas my place to do so, and I am sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Ricardo, but you did. It made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will if you'll have me. Seem to join the resistance. When you put it like that, I suppose I am, but not just me. There are others I know who may have been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us. And we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but If your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Ralgor's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. One more level and I'm... Wait, no, it's 2 more levels, isn't it? Yeah, it's 2. I should get that, though, by the time I hit... I don't know. Wasn't a total loss. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been going through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself, but if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but... When, not if, that day will come, Lise, and you can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscripted, citizen, Garlean, Elamigan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours. Especially when they're bearing down on you blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows, maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing for those new recruits. Raven, Lise, it's been a pleasure. It's like right there is sore. Sights of the Crimson Dawn. Interesting. Interesting. Diving in, let's be off. Well, there's a war to be fought. This will be interesting because we haven't really fought in any wars. Well, we did technically, but it was against the Branded. They removed the quest line though. It was in Realm Reborn. The Scions teamed up with the Admiral from Limsa Lamensa and did that. It was a long time ago, though. Oh, I was supposed to read that. Sorry, I went kind of brain numb there for a minute. I wonder how the... I knocked on the Imperial's doors. They said, who's there? Nah. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out of here are conscripts from other provinces with little training, and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that. But don't doubt that they do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, soldier piloting one of those things can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Not my thing. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before moving on. Only Alliance patrols head. You said the forces of the Castrum under the command of Flame General Rabban Eldin, did you not? By Raugor, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I'd never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. You get to meet him. I had to fight him. Fuck walking. Teleportation! Oh, it's Pippin! I wonder if Mary's nearby. Voice acted, I think.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Huh?
glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
Hmm.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Not a bad idea.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from miles around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Oh? What do you got for me, Tiny Tim? I'm kidding. Pippin's awesome. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Veldania, namely the arrival of a rumored shipment to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely, against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all, more Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future developments. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire. But you have a lot more folks willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades. Understood. I shall have my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance. Yes, I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. What time is it? It's not a bad Tachi. We've been careful to avoid needless show of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change, and when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the looks of it, I see it as a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab a hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map right there. Aye, a patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them. then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Raven. Well, you heard the man. But I think we're going to stop there for now. I have some other stuff I want to do, and like I said, the experience has been really interesting. I look forward to doing more of the game with you guys. I will see you all next time on Silly Songs with Raven. Later.